98, and then we almost have 1,000 cumulatively.
Yeah.
Is your mic on?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, okay. I got distracted. What was I just looking for?
What episode we're on?
Oh, right. Oh, nice. My short got 1,200 views.
That's nice. Nice. Were you talking about bodybuilding?
Yeah. Some fitness thing. Wow, our episodes get kind of steady views on here.
Yeah, we got a fan base.
Wow. My family watches it from India.
That's pretty cool.
Kind of crazy.
My family watches it too from America, though. Got the microphone. Talking to the mic.
Oh.
And you still didn't.
46.
You still didn't come back with what episode we were on.
Yeah.
You did all that, and you were like,
I got distracted. Ads.
You're like, dude, I got 1,200 views. Should I quit my job? Yeah, then you started panicking. You started scratching like a crack addict.
I know.
It's like me when I get 1,000 views a video. I'm like, what did I do right?
You were just doing that earlier. You were like, yo, this is the biggest thing since Maddie.
I know, and you guys were just like, dude, we should go out and celebrate. You know, like just clowning me. I love that. Shout out to Dan Sherman. But hey, we're... back. Long hiatus. Tough times.
Diving right in.
Yep. Episode
47.
Yeah.
We're here.
We're back. And we're going to be consistent now.
Yep.
Yep.
That's the goal.
That's the goal, yeah.
We're going to be so consistent. I moved 3 minutes away from Ryan just for this show.
Yeah. It's crazy. Misbah actually, it was crazy what happened in the span of the time you guys missed.
Lots
let me
happened.
fill you in. Misbah was out in the city here, and he actually came around. He bought a dog. It was crazy. And then one day he was taking his dog for a walk, and this guy walked up and shot his dog in the city of Philadelphia. So he said, you know what? I've had enough. I'm getting out of the city. And now he's over here in
That's
Eagleville.
Very close to what happened.
Oh, man.
It is very different to have parking spots now that you don't have to pay for.
Yeah, it's crazy. He was like, dude, I went to the grocery store in like 20 minutes the other day.
You know what's crazy about being around here? Every grocery store and drive-thru has a trash can. Like a big trash can. Big, stealthy one, too, that you can like dump your whole car while you're waiting.
Yeah.
I love that.
It is pretty nice. It is nice for sure.
Look at you, a suburban guy taking it for granted.
Well,
You're
you
like,
know,
it's nice. I grew up with it.
It's all
It's
right.
here.
You know, now it's like I've been in the suburbs so long
I
that now
know.
it's just like I just pick apart every little like small thing now. It's like honestly, I'm starting to hate driving a lot more.
Yeah.
You know?
If you have to go farther than 15 minutes, then
It really bothers me. I mean, like you got school traffic in the morning now.
I noticed that.
Then you can't leave the house around like 8 and go places. It's kind of like annoying. The school traffic, you're stopping for buses.
The
and
lights
whatnot.
are long, yeah.
The lights are long. Lines are long everywhere. And then you go out in the middle of the day, you'd think everybody's at work, right? Wrong. You got everybody's grandmother out on the road at the same time. It's probably the most dangerous time of the day to be driving is like 1 in the afternoon.
Dude, somebody pulled out from the church, and it was an older gentleman.
Yeah.
Dude, he stared me down, and it was one of those
How
things
did
were-
you go ahead. What were you saying?
No, he almost hit me. I almost
He
T-boned
almost hit
him.
you?
Well, he didn't hit me, but I almost T-boned him, and it would have been my fault, obviously, because I'm the younger male.
Yeah. And how did you find out he was a gentleman? Did you pull over and ask him his pronouns, or you just assumed?
I mean, I just assumed white hair, medium
I'm
length.
just saying, you know.
But
hey,
I guess
whoa.
grandmothers have medium
Oh, yeah.
length hair, too.
Oh, man.
You never know. So, they definitely almost killed me.
Dude, I got banned on Yahoo this morning.
Oh, my gosh. Yahoo.
Comments.
This man still
They
uses
banned me
Yahoo.
again. Yeah, I like to chime in on the comments. It's like my favorite place to go, like express myself.
Where are
and
there
just
comments
talk.
on Yahoo?
Well,
in an article?
But see, here's the thing: they got these like, I don't know where they hired these writers, but the writers are awful on Yahoo.
I thought you were going to say they're great because you keep going back.
But no, they only report on like things that like you could tell or like somebody's publicist team is paying them to get these stories out.
Yeah.
Like who's Chrissy Teigen? Do you know who that is? She's
that
married
guy,
to John Legend.
Yeah.
And like it's funny. That's how like most people know her. It's like, oh, she's married to John Legend. You know.
She also does The Voice.
Yeah, but like
X
she
Factor
got
or
that
something.
role through John Legend. I feel like John Legend was like, "Hey, my girl needs something to do," you know.
I'll be honest, John Legend is he seems very nice. Like when I hear him talk.
And I hate that I'm like talking shit on Chrissy Teigen right now, but like honestly, that's the only articles I see on Yahoo.
It's just a funny, I don't know. It's a funny vibe. John Legend is very nice, and I feel like I get like a...
The first time I got blocked on Yahoo, it's because I said Chrissy Teigen had a wide face.
What?
Yeah, that's why I got blocked.
I love you. You in the comments are ruthless.
I am ruthless. It's like I'm a different... I become a different person when I hit the comments. It's like anything can happen.
You're like a bandit.
Yeah, anything
stealing
can happen
people's
here.
joy.
I feel like I'm in the Western times, you know. It's just like the other day. Today I got banned because it's funny that the comment even got approved and then it got pulled like later on, but it got like a crap ton of likes right off the jump. They had announced, it was like an article about how they were announcing that Velma from Scooby-Doo is finally gay.
Oh.
Yeah,
like in the story?
And then she's like
the real actor.
She's no, there's no wow.
There was a real life.
Yeah, she
Scooby-Doo.
wasn't gay, but
the story you're saying the character.
Yeah, it's tough. We're navigating this here. She was she's like they created this cartoon character who gave off a ton of lesbian features back in the 70s, I guess. And I think that they are now claiming that she is a lesbian. Which I mean, I get it. She kind of was, but I thought her and Shaggy kind of had a thing.
I thought that too.
Yeah, but I mean, I get it. And my comment,
plot twist.
Yeah, plot twist. I mean, the thing that maybe she's bi.
Yeah.
But anyway,
open to interpretation.
Yeah. And I was reading the comments, and like the first comment was like,
sorry about that.
The first comment was like obviously a dude in his like 60s. He was just like, I remember when I used to watch Scooby-Doo and all we cared for was who was under the mask. You know, I was just like, wow, like I was like, that's funny. I was like, this guy's old, obviously disconnected. Yeah. And then I just like commented right underneath of him and said, I'd still Scooby-Doo Velma.
Did that get banned?
Yeah, that's what got me banned.
Dude, Yahoo
it's not even that bad, you know?
Yeah, Yahoo has a low threshold, I think.
Like I had, there was another one that got pulled a few months back. It was like the Diary of Anne Frank will not be in this school any longer. School district pulls the Diary of Anne Frank. And then I just went in the comments and I was like, that was not the move.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
Because it was, yeah. It was like, that is a Nazi move. You know, it was like, dude, you Nazis. Why are you getting rid of that book? Like, you should, yeah, that's a good book. It's a good book, but not... You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
I don't want you to think I'm getting enjoyment from reading the book, but it's like it's a good learning. It's a historical piece, I guess, is what they would call it.
Yeah, you like to read it when you take a bath at night.
I don't know about that. That's it's
okay.
more so when I'm like, you know, I'm trying to, you know, it's not that. I don't know if there's ever a time where I'm going back to read the book again, but I mean.
When you're
think about the book, you think about the book, you know, obviously. When you're thinking about hating somebody, you know, you see somebody in a grocery store and they're picking their nose in the line and they're just touching the pin pad with, like, you know, without doing anything, no sanitizer or anything, and you're just like...
That's not going to get cleaned ever.
Yeah, but you're thinking about hating them, and then you just think of, like, you know, you're like, dude, people went through worse.
Oh, a lot worse, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You know, you're like, that's not the worst part of my day right there.
I will say I would love to see an Anne Frank movie.
You would love to see that?
It would be nice. I mean, the book's great.
I feel like they have one. You haven't seen the original one?
The documentary?
I think it was a playwright.
Not the same.
It's black and white. We were just talking about black and white movies.
I know.
I guess they don't hit that hard.
I feel very weird about this, but I don't think I can do older movies.
Really? Have you ever seen Schindler's List? I mean, I always try to make you watch older movies every now and then.
You do. So
I
many
always
old
try to
movies.
pump one on you every now and then. I'm like,
it's
dude,
so
you gotta
old
watch
though.
this.
You're like, oh, this is from 1975.
I know it's tough, and some of those movies, it's like pretty rough to get through the first like 30 minutes.
Yeah, because
like, and if you're not watching it completely, it's hard to get into it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's also like the visuals are so different now. right?
Yeah.
Also, story is different.
Graphics are very enhanced.
Like the language, like what's funny, that's all changed over time.
I wonder if they could still shoot movies using and make them look like they're from the 70s.
Yeah. Well, they did that with Oh, you mean purposefully, like
Yeah,
take
purposefully
it back?
like shoot it and like shoot it with old style cameras only.
That would seem like a lot of work, I feel.
Yeah, I feel like it would. I mean, the cutting and editing is probably got to be a nightmare.
Oh
for that.
my gosh, that would be insane. I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Yo, did you see I didn't watch this, but I want to watch it. Steven Spielberg shot a like short film or a commercial or something like that on an iPhone. And it's like taking you through like him shooting it and what he's thinking and
I would like to watch
Isn't that
That
crazy?
sounds pretty cool.
I know. I was like, wow, it seems like a weird thing Steven Spielberg would do. But then you just told me that he's the guy who did Indiana Jones, which blew my mind.
Yeah.
It just seems like a different.
You ever seen Indiana Jones?
I've seen the second one, the one that is kind of recent or
Kind of
last
recent. What do you
10
mean?
years.
There's like 7 of them.
The last 10 years.
I look how frustrated. That was just pure frustration right there. You were like, you're like, they made 7 of these.
I was like,
you
it's
just got
one of
really
those.
frustrated immediately. That was funny,
It's too much, man. It's like Star Wars. You know what's too much? The
What?
Jeffrey Dahmer.
dude. Right? I mean, dude, what is up with this?
I tried
What is
watching
up
it.
with this? Huh? They're like, yo, we don't want to glorify these sons of bitches, and then meanwhile, they're just like, documentary, movie, couple books. Dude, I watched this kid on TikTok today. He was like, I just bought Jeffrey Dahmer's cake knife. I got it out of his drawer. It was like in his
Dude.
drawer or something. I was like, bro, like how? Like who made money on this?
That's the whole thing.
You know, I was like, who made the
Wait.
money on selling this cake knife from Jeffrey Dahmer's house? And why does this kid want to own that? Like, is that a cool
Well,
flex?
It makes sense. That's why there's so many murder documentaries, is because you don't have to pay royalties to any of the people who are starring in your films.
Yeah,
You don't have to pay Jeffrey Dahmer for using his name.
you
and
do.
stuff.
I think.
I don't think so.
I think you do, man.
No way.
If Jeffrey Dahmer was alive, I think he would be seeing checks from this.
Oh, he died.
He was killed in jail.
Oh.
Yeah, I had to wiki that part. I didn't like finish the series because it was just too much for me.
Yeah, I didn't get past like episode 3. I was like, dude, this is
Wow, you
like
made it that far, huh? I got to
Yeah.
like episode 2 and like the neighbor with the smell. I'm just like, I don't know. I guess they just weren't taking her serious, I guess. That was
Yeah,
kind
they
of
weren't.
crazy, man. I was just insane. Just the fact that like this serial killer though is almost more glorified than some celebrities.
Well, Ted
But-
Bundy, maybe a little more.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's also a serial killer, though. Serial
Yeah,
killers
yeah.
almost have more of an appeal than celebrities, almost, you see.
It's because it's
Nobody wants
yeah.
to own, like, John Mayer's kitchen cake knife. But if you were a murderer, it's like, oh, he could have used that.
Yeah, but who would buy that? 'Cause
Somebody
that
on
would-
TikTok bought it.
What?
He bought the cake knife.
Who did?
Somebody on TikTok bought it.
Jeffrey Dahmer's?
Jeffrey Dahmer's cake knife.
Wow.
It's not even like a sharp knife. It's just like, ooh, that's a real serial killer's knife.
Yeah, I mean that's a little scary to have
It's
that.
just crazy.
In your
If
house.
like he had a little bit of a business mindset, he could have really made some money on this stuff, you know?
Yeah, you would have
Could
flipped
have
that.
stockpiled a shit ton of knives just sitting in his corner, and they would have like, Jeffrey bought all these. Like some guy could just be sitting there peddling Jeffrey knives all his life.
Oh, dude, there's
It's just crazy.
Yeah, but you know what I realized from
Like,
that
do you
movie?
think they should be making documentaries on these guys?
I mean, I love watching them.
I do too.
You know, but it's just some that are too much. Like this one,
Yeah.
I think pushed it a little bit, and I
I
also
think they were just really trying to paint an actual image of what happened.
agreed. But I also think that a documentary styled version of it would be nicer. Like I kind of wanted to
They simultaneously dropped a free documentary version on Tubi at the same time.
on Tubi.
Watch a
Who
lot of
owns Tubi?
Tubi's free. I don't know who owns Tubi. I think it could be Fox, to be honest with you. It could be
Really?
Fox. They get a lot of good content on there now, so it makes
It's
me
very
wonder
smart
who-
of them because everything's free.
Everything's free now. I mean,
Just a lot of ads.
honestly, did you see the way that all these streaming sites are going?
Free.
No, they're going ad versions on all of them now.
Free.
Disney just released a statement. They were like, the ad version is coming out soon.
For cheaper or for free?
It's cheaper. Oh no, I think it'll be like the one you're paying for now. It's going to have ads, and then you're going to pay like an extra $2 for ones without ads.
I don't know about $2. I think it's gonna be $5.
Yeah. Well, I was
know?
just like guessing. Yeah, you're probably right. It's
Because
like $5.
If we look at the prices of streaming, bro, think about how it started at $4.99.
It's going to be like cable. It's going to get right
It
back
already
to
is.
cable. It's honestly right back to cable.
It already is,
Because
yeah.
Netflix is adding ads too.
It's $15, right?
They're all adding ads. And it's like literally like, man, we came to you guys to avoid this.
I know.
Like, we came to you to get away from the commercials.
And do you think it was planned? Did they orchestrate that they were going to make
They have
cable
to. There's
happen?
probably like a coalition of like the leaders of all these streaming sites that probably get together. They have like a little union up top, and they're like, "Hey,
But
guys,
part of it
guys,
is-
guys, if we do the commercial thing, we gotta all do it."
Each streaming service wants to be the only streaming service, though. So there's
I don't
kind
think
of
that's true anymore. I think they're just kind of cool with all getting a piece of the pie.
yeah,
I think it's like
It's
selling
more
water.
money
It's like
and
selling
then-
water bottles now.
yeah.
It's literally like, hey, we're cool. Like, we're happy to even be making money off this shit still. That's like how they feel, I think. Because
Yeah.
everything's so free nowadays.
right.
Like,
Well,
there's so many websites and like nonsense where you can just get stuff for free, and then like
sharing
millions
accounts.
of DVDs are just lying around now.
Dude, you know what's crazy about the sharing accounts thing? Remember how you tried to log me in, or we tried to log into Xfinity or something the other night to watch
Yeah.
whatever, Rick and Morty or something?
Yeah, they were like, you have
And-
to be on your home Wi-Fi for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like the account even wouldn't work at my house because it's a different Wi-Fi, which is a next level of controlling.
Do you think like Netflix is salty? They don't have that technology, or do you think they have it? And they're just like, there's a switch that they could hit, and like they're just waiting.
See, I think
They're
were
like, we can't do it yet, man. We just lost so many shares.
they were too nice already. Do you remember during the pandemic?
I don't think they were aggressive enough. I think they should have been way more aggressive with their buying.
With their
Building
buying.
a catalog. They should have been buying rights to stuff left and right. They should still be buying rights to stuff.
I think they are.
I think they're the best at putting out original content movies.
Yeah, they have the
Out
reputation
of all the
for
other
it.
sites, I think they put out the best movies.
Yeah, I think so
Like
too.
I checked out an Apple TV movie today.
The problem
Didn't
with
like it
Apple
that
TV
much.
is this, bro.
Apple TV's got a shit ton of money, and they just pump actors into these movies. And I'm like, dude, you're not making a good movie just by pumping actors in.
But Apple TV is all stuff you still have to pay for.
It is.
It's not all like actually free.
Apple TV is like something I don't even want to get into because I feel like it's just a lot of shit going on.
Some of it's good, like Severance. You should. It's worth your time.
I
to
know,
watch
I
that
know,
twice.
and I'm gonna watch Severance, but
Your boy Christopher Walken is in there.
I want to watch Severance. I'm waiting for it all to come out because like I can't do the.
What do you mean? It's all out.
There's more.
One
seasons.
season. Yeah, there's more
There's more
seasons.
seasons coming, and I just can't do the like. We're taking a break. Well, monkeypox got crazy in 2025. We had to take off for 2 seasons. You know, it's just,
But you did that with From. You watched From.
yeah. From was just like that was one of those times where like From came out at a perfect time. There was nothing else on. There was literally nothing else on.
And it was on a totally new streaming
yeah, and it was
service.
on some epics. I've
Epics.
never even heard of this. I was like, well, like somebody came out of the woodwork with the show. He was like, dude, you gotta check out the show From. Like this dude at my work, he's always kicking me pretty good. Yeah,
Recommendations.
he kicks the best recommendations at me. I always kind of check out what he says. But
Yeah. His
But From was electric. I've never speed watched the show that fast.
when you told me that, I was surprised because Walt was kind of like a hated character, I feel, in that
Oh,
show.
yeah.
In Lost, I mean.
Yeah.
And so for him to have his own show.
It's cool for him to make a rise, and he's like
Yeah.
the best character on the show now.
Yes, he's like the lead, and it seemed like a great concept, but again, it was kind of like, how do you watch this?
I'm happy that he got a big role again. It seemed like
Yeah.
he was getting a lot of minor roles out of nowhere. Like he was on the J. Cole. He did a couple J. Cole music videos.
What?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's by choice. It's not by choice.
I bet J. Cole seeked him out.
Yeah, that's kind of like.
I bet J. Cole has the move on that.
Well, you know
it's
what's
his art.
crazy?
He's probably like, and J. Cole's really into his shit. So I can imagine that J. Cole was like, that's the guy.
Yeah, I saw like assassin movie or whatever that was Canadian, and Vanessa Hudgens was in it, the one from High School Musical, and she looks not like she's totally like playing an opposite character, like than what she was in High School Musical and
Yeah.
all that. And it's like one of those things where you're like, oh, it's a Canadian film. It was still good, right?
Yeah.
But you're like, this wasn't your first choice.
Yeah. So I guess you've admitted to seeing High School Musical.
Yes, I've seen High School Musical.
It's weird that you would
I think
assume
we've
that
all
I have
seen-
seen.
I think we watched it in school.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I'm pretty sure.
It's
like,
crazy that you assume that I had seen it. You brought it up like it was like a popular reference there.
I mean, it's a pretty popular reference.
I guess for I guess for a certain audience, yes.
I mean, even if you haven't watched High School Musical, you know what it is.
I was just shocked that you were able to reference High School Musical. I was like, man,
I know,
I I should have seen that at some point. But
I didn't even have
missed it.
Disney really grown up, which is kind of crazy that I still.
What do you mean you didn't have Disney growing up?
We didn't have Disney. We didn't have. We had some weird type of cable where it was like, the box that's like hacked.
Cable was so weird back then.
So
man.
weird.
There was no guide. You had to get the guide was in
Yeah,
like
we
a
had
book.
the one with no guide.
People won't even know. People won't even know. Like, what, 20 years from now, they're going to be like, what? You guys were reading the channels out of a book?
Well, dude,
idiots.
with the streaming thing, remember how we were
It's
just
like
saying?
hieroglyphics.
Yeah, like how it's adding up to cable is that they've all went from $5 to 15.
I noticed.
Did you notice that?
I did notice the slide. The
HBO
slide is up.
started it. HBO started it, successfully
HBO
got
was
away.
just a gangster, dude. They were doing 15 for years.
Well, it's because of their Game of Thrones.
No, they just like consider themselves like a movie theater. We're the home box office.
Well,
$15 a month is not unreasonable.
Is that what HBO stands for?
Yeah, home box office.
Seriously?
Yeah.
No,
You
it's
just
not.
finding this out right now?
No, it stands for a name, I think, right?
No, it's home box office.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it'd be something like fancier, like Herbert Beaver Organization.
They don't make anything. They're not making anything.
I don't know. It seems like
They
like
make
Warner
entertainment.
Brothers, like
It's
Warner
the home
Brothers.
box office. It's kind of cool, you know.
That is really cool. Home box.
And then they had a Max on the end. It's the home box office Max.
Max,
You know, it's
yeah.
like whoa.
I will say, yeah, HBO is okay, but okay. Basically, Hulu did the same thing, where $4.99 or whatever it is
Hulu
like
is Disney, by the way. You know this, right?
yeah, which is honestly very smart of Disney to have like
course.
a
They actually only owned a certain percentage of it, and then they somehow just steamrolled bought the rest of it. They were like, "Come on, give it up,"
wow.
because they own
type of money.
ESPN too, so they have like the triple play. They could,
Oh, they own ESPN.
yeah,
Forgot about that.
yeah, they're crazy. They own ABC. They just don't care, man. They just run through shit now. They're the steamroller of entertainment. They said, "What? Fox 20th Century? Come here. We own Marvel now." Boom.
Dude.
You know, like we're about to see a Wolverine Deadpool movie. That's gonna be sick.
Wolverine and who's Deadpool?
Like
Ryan
so,
Reynolds?
here, let me fill you in because I'm pretty sure you're not aware of this, but Sony or Fox 20th Century had owned they owned X-Men,
Uh-huh.
right? And then Sony, like by the way, this is all Marvel, by the way. Sony owned Spider-Man. They outright owned Spider-Man pretty much because Stan Lee did something where he was like, I want them to own it. It was like weird. And then Disney owns the rest of like the Marvel characters, kind of.
Isn't that crazy how you
Yeah.
can make something like that?
But
that's
then Disney
owned?
came out of nowhere, and then they were like, yo, we're going to buy Fox. So now they own all of the rest of the Marvel characters. It's like pretty much they bought the rest of the Marvel characters so they could put them in movies together now. Because prior to that, they wouldn't put them in movies because two different companies own it.
Yeah, but you can't do that with Spider-Man still.
Well, that's where Sony actually, they made a mature move there. They said, you know what? We'll let Spider-Man feature in your movies.
Yeah, that's a good way to go.
It was a good way to do it.
You
'Cause,
charge
like,
some money for that, obviously.
and that's why Stan Lee is the GOAT.
Yeah.
He made the right move. You know? When Sony was like, okay, we'll let this happen, it's like, okay, cool. It's good that Sony owns Spider-Man.
What was the deal that he entered? Was it just handing over all the rights to Sony and from the
Dude, there's
inception?
some like weird stipulations into this. So Sony actually owned Fantastic Four too. I believe, and they were told that they had to make a new movie every 4 years of Spider-Man and Fantastic Four. There had to be a new Spider-Man movie and new Fantastic Four every 4 years, or they lose the rights.
Who, Sony?
Yeah, it was Sony. I don't know if that's true with Fantastic Four. I think maybe Fox owned that.
But at least Spider-Man.
I don't know where Fantastic Four is now. I think Disney owns Fantastic Four now. They're coming out with like a new Fantastic Four movie now, so it's like kind of like I think Disney's got the rights again.
Disney owns everything. They're owning a monopoly.
They pretty much do have a pretty good monopoly on kids.
On kids, yeah.
Yeah, I mean like they
And
own
then
it.
teens, because Hulu, as you grow older, you're like,
Yeah,
all right.
and then they're like, "What? Now you're 40 years old and you live alone. You're a single male. We got you with sports, buddy. Just documentaries,
Yeah.
endless documentaries of all the times you loved watching when you had friends.
Wow, what a customer life cycle. That is so
It's smart. It's like P Diddy.
genius.
It's like the P Diddy of entertainment. There, Diddy does the same thing. I never forget an interview I watched of P Diddy one day. He was like, "Diddy is a lifestyle." He's like, "It's a lifestyle, bro." He's like, "You wake up in the morning. What do? grab a bottle of his water. He was like aqua, like something, you know. He's like, then what? Then you maybe get a shower and you spray yourself with some Diddy cologne.
Oh yeah.
And then he's like, then you start getting in your car. You start driving to the club, listening to some Diddy. Then you get to the club. Then you're like, you know what? Let me get a bottle of that Ciroc. I think Diddy owned that. Then
Does
he's
he
like,
own it, or is it Jay-Z?
Yeah, it's Diddy.
What about
Jay-Z owns
Jay-Z?
Ace of Spades.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was The Rock.
It's kind of crazy, too. The owner of Ace of Spades was like a really nice guy, and he pretty much let Jay-Z, like, get it. Jay-Z was like, yeah, I like this stuff. And he was like, cool, I'll work with you.
So he's a part owner or something.
Yeah, and it's like Rick Ross with Bel Air. Champagne. The owner owned Ace of Spades, too, and Jay-Z pretty much partnered them together, and it's a happy business relationship.
It's really funny how liquor is so big now.
It's so
it
big.
made like a resurgence.
It's like there's a few big industries right now that like to keep your eye on. It's like liquor, chocolate.
Chocolate.
I
love
mean,
chocolate.
like Mr.Beast just ripped a hole in the game with his chocolate bar.
Oh yeah.
Have you had his chocolate yet?
I don't even know where to.
It's pretty good. They sell it at Walmart now, I think.
Well, I'll try it.
It's pretty good.
Now.
It's got 5 ingredients. It's pretty clean chocolate. It tastes pretty good.
Wait, that's a big deal if it's only 5 ingredients.
It's pretty crazy, right?
And it actually tastes good?
So,
Does it actually taste like chocolate?
It actually does. It actually tastes pretty good. Honestly, like I can't knock it. Like the
We'll
kind
do a
I
review
got
next week.
Yeah, I would like to. I mean, I don't know if they have it at the Walmart near us.
Yeah.
I mean, we can order some bars. It's pretty easy to get some.
I did see Mr.Beast burgers are available now in Philly.
Dude, they're available right around the corner. There's a ghost kitchen right at Via Roma.
A what kitchen?
A ghost kitchen.
Which is his thing.
It's
What's
like
a ghost kitchen?
It's like when you don't have an actual physical location yet,
so smart.
and like they just like let you sell the stuff that
So
they have on their
Mr.Beast
menu.
burger is selling out of Via Roma?
Yeah, pretty much.
No.
Yeah.
Whoa, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Dude, it's good to see Via Roma still thriving in a way.
Disagree.
Why?
I had a bad experience there the other day, buddy. I mean,
Is the owner still the Italian guy who doesn't say anything?
no, he's long gone.
Oh, he's gone.
I had a situation there where I tried to get the lunch special. To get the lunch special, right? I walk in, I was like, I'll have the lunch special. I clarified that I'll get the lunch special because it's $3 cheaper, right? And she's like, you can only get the lunch special if you're eating here.
Yeah.
And I look at the menu, and I didn't see that anywhere on the. Why'd you say yeah? Like that's like common knowledge.
Because I've had an experience there as well where I didn't go to a lot of restaurants growing up, right? So my understanding
Would you
of
been
like,
a poor backstory right now? I would get the sad violins out.
Well, we just
play the world's tiniest violin here.
we didn't eat like not halal or
It's
whatever.
like we ate nothing.
Everything is basically.
Look at this body. I have no meat on me.
I know. So basically, with going. Wait, what were we even talking about?
Mr.Beast burger in Via Roma and how I had a bad experience at Via Roma.
Oh, Via Roma.
Yeah.
So Via Roma, I used to go there. Obviously, like I would walk
I loved
over
it.
there.
I loved it there when I was a kid.
Yeah,
Walking there was
25-cent
a
soda,
great time. I loved the
dollar
employees there.
slice.
Everybody was great to you there.
Yeah, but I did notice like that was when I first realized that when you sit down at a restaurant, you have to like tip, and they expect a tip, and if you're not sitting down,
Scam.
yeah,
Scam.
But I had
I'm not
no idea,
saving
no
$3
awareness before
anymore. If I'm getting the lunch special and eating there, I'm not getting a deal
that.
anymore.
It evens out.
It evens out.
Yeah.
It evens out. You're not getting
know.
a value. There's no value there. You're actually going to end up paying more, most likely.
I realized that, and I was like, oh, okay, like because they're very visibly
fact
not
that
nice to you.
Yeah, of course.
If you
they were actually angry with me when I was trying to confront them over this. It's like, honestly, you die on the hill. Die on the hill. You're the employee. Just die on the hill. Let me get the lunch special to go.
Right.
I'm doing you a solid. There's no dishes for you.
That's
Everything's
true.
Throw
Less
out.
work.
Like I'm out of your hair. Like you're not dealing with me. You're not checking on me. I don't have to wait for you to come fill my drink up when I drink it too fast.
Yeah.
It's just like, man. So now it's like. Then I was going in there. So then I tried to give him a couple shots after that. I was like, let me give these guys a couple shots. I walk in there and they made the best buffalo slice in town.
I
It's
think
probably
you're
the
right.
best buffalo slice in town. It was so good, man.
Buffalo chicken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was like the right price. It was like $3.49. It was like nothing too crazy.
How's their plane? Is it still?
I don't like their plane. Their plane is no bueno. It's
Is it,
not
like,
good.
too
It's
cheesy?
like an old person's foot that hasn't seen lotion in a while. It's like, it just seems like they don't sell enough slices, and then like, the pie from last night makes it to tomorrow. Dude, that's the reality of some situations. Some people know how to preserve a pie. It's not.
But toast
it's not
it up.
Okay.
Put
it's
some
not
even
okay.
sauce in it.
If you're running a pizza business, you should not be recycling a pie the next day.
Yeah.
Because if you have a
Take
first
it
time,
home.
The problem is, it's like if I'm a first time customer and I'm coming in there and you got second day old pizza just sitting out, and it's my first experience in there, that's not a good experience for a first time customer to have. You want that customer to have a beautiful. You got to be cool with cutting the cost, because mind you, do you know the production cost of a pizza?
How much?
It's roughly around $3.
$3 for the whole pizza?
To make a pizza with all the ingredients and like a bunch of nonsense, pepperoni and whatnot on, it's probably right around $3. Maybe less. It's honestly probably less. I'm probably a little higher on the price.
Wow.
But sometimes cheese goes up. But I mean, like, the profit margins are crazy on pizza.
Yeah.
Like if you sold like 10 pizzas that day, you could throw 4 pizzas out at the end of the night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you don't have 4 pizzas left over, hopefully, at the end
Hopefully
of the
not.
night. Yeah.
Just learn what your volume is. Learn who's coming in. Like, honestly, the pizza place up the street kind of told me, I was going in there a couple times a week. I went in there every day trying to catch a buffalo slice, because like they don't make the buffalo slice every day.
Wow, that's a unique thing.
I know. And I said to him, yo, man, you guys make the best buffalo slice in town. How do you guys never have it on the slices here? I said, I walk in, I see chicken Caesar salad sitting here. And so no one eats that. And he was just like, look, man, if you call ahead like in the morning and let us know you're going to come in, like, we'll put the buffalo slice, we'll make a buffalo slice for you. We'll make buffalo slices. And I was like, wow, that's really accommodative. But like, never am I in the morning at 9:30 a.m. like, today, buffalo slices. I'm never like, that's what I'm doing for lunch. Let me call up Via Roma at 9:30 in the morning. And that guy's pissed off that he's there. Because most pizza shop owners are mad in the morning. Yeah. Because they already open late, so they probably sleep in.
Catching up on their voicemails.
Dude, of course, it's just like nonsense like that. And he's like, hello? That's like, that's what you're getting when you call a pizza place at 9:30 in the morning. What? It's just like very aggressive.
They have to remember to pass on the message, too.
Yeah.
Which they don't want to do.
Yeah, which you're like, hey, man, I'm coming in for 2 buffalo slices today. And then, like, say lunch rolls around. Say you got a little hungry at 11:30. You had a snack. And then you drank a full bottle of water. And then you're like, you know what? I got a bunch of emails and a meeting at 1. I can't eat 2 buffalo slices. And you've called it in at 9:30 already. And then you just don't go get those buffalo slices. Then they end up sitting. Now you're a villain. Yeah. They put you in a spot to be a villain. And it's like, man.
You don't get that offer now of getting a call ahead.
Dude, it's kind of crazy. I wish I could shoot them a text. Like, I wish the guy would have been like, here's my number, bro. Just shoot me a text. Like, let me know you're coming in today. It's like, hey, I'll be there in an hour. Like, can you get a buffalo slice ready? I would have rather like that. I would have liked that a little bit more.
Wow, that's really,
be a real owner, man. Give me your number.
Yeah. It's kind of, unbelievable, because, like, the other great pizza shop around here is run by juveniles. And
which one?
I don't want to say.
All right, throw their fucking name out.
All right, Collegeville Bakery.
Oh, wow, yeah.
It's very good. I love their food.
I'm going to have to bleep that name because they're a sponsor. No.
I love their name. I love the owner. But everybody else there
is
a child. And dude, one time, you were there that night.
When we were in the car. We were driving there, remember?
We were driving there?
Yeah, we were driving there. And you were like, you guys have plain slices? And they were like, give me a second. And then they hung up. They just hung up.
Yeah.
And then we got in there, and like, your plain slices weren't even in the oven. They were still on display.
Yes.
Like, for ordering.
Nobody passed on the message or put in my order.
Dude, it was wild. My biggest quarrel with them right now is I order a cheesesteak on a seeded roll with a specific type of cheese that tastes very good on a seeded roll.
Seeded rolls are good.
Seeded rolls are good.
Yeah.
It's a firmer roll. You need
Primos,
that.
Basically.
Yes, you need a nice roll when you're eating a cheesesteak. And every time they sub it for a non-seeded roll, like, it's no big deal.
Like, it's a sub.
And then I get home and I open it up and I'm like, oh, dude. I'm just like, yo, I can't fight this battle anymore. I'm just too old.
That's what I feel like.
I'm like, I can't fight this battle.
It's too much to go
just
yell at
down.
Kids, Well, now
and that's why, that's why your parents cook every night. They're just so beat down from all the bad orders they've had their entire life. They're just like, I'm done with it. I'll cook myself.
Nothing's worth it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, Collegeville Bakery. Great food still. Maybe they'll come back.
I'll tell you what, a lot of pizza places in this area just don't get the memo. I'll call out a few more. Tosco's, because we don't want to be biased. Tosco's, home of the $9 buffalo slice.
$9.
$9 for a buffalo slice, Misbah.
That's a premium slice.
I'm telling you what. I went to New York and got a
disgusting avocado dripping.
It was not avocado.
Asparagus coming off of it.
No, it
Smelled
was good.
like it as
I can't
well.
even remember what it was anymore because it was.
It's like zucchini.
No, it's like when you get the dips at the Applebee's there.
Artichoke
pizza. There it is. There it is. Artichoke pizza was fantastic. That specialty slice.
Oozing off.
The special. Dude, I ruined a pair of sneakers that day. I was miserable the rest of that day. I didn't even tell you about it, but a piece of cheese like dripped off on my sneaker. I was like, I can't let Misbah know that.
I watched
slice
it.
ruined my experience. Yeah, but I still smiled at you after I ate the slice.
Yeah, you were like, oh, it's so good.
You know how much that slice was?
Oh.
Yeah, $7. We were in New York. I got a specialty slice for $7.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, right down the street, $9 for a buffalo slice. I was like, yo, lady, that's all I'm getting is the slice. She's like, I know. I said, how much is a pie? $85? Like,
How much is a pie?
I honestly don't know. But
It's places like that,
if
bro.
slices are $9, I can imagine the pie's got to be over 50.
No.
Can't be.
That's.
I'm telling you, too.
I've never seen a pizza.
Because, like,
that
in
much.
me, I'm a pizza-oriented guy. I worked at a pizza shop. I know that the pizza doesn't cost that much to make.
Yeah.
Dude, Papa John Snyder liked one of my comments the other day.
Who?
Papa John.
The original?
Yeah, the original guy. He liked one of my comments on a video the other day.
On what?
I don't
Twitter?
know. I follow him on TikTok because he's pretty entertaining to watch.
I love that he's on TikTok.
I was a former employee. I liked working for the guy. He was a good guy. Well,
You sound like you worked at HQ.
I never met the guy. I know that the business model was beautiful to me. I was like, this is such a good business model. I said, man, you got nobodies here learning how to make pizza, and they're making them good.
Right.
And he said he went into the video was him talking about how he went into a Papa John's the other day, and the driver didn't know who he was, and he asked if the pizza was good there, and the driver was like, nah.
Oh.
Yeah, and he's like, 3-4 years ago, when I was in charge, you would have never heard that.
Is he not in charge anymore?
No, because he said the N-word.
So what happened? Did he get removed completely? Like
He got completely removed.
Like he's fired.
Yeah, he got fired from Papa John's.
Is he the founder?
Yeah, his
Wow.
name is Papa John.
Oh, right. That's tough for John. That's a tough John.
I mean, he shouldn't have said the N-word, honestly, but
Yeah, shouldn't have done that. That's a tough pickle.
It is.
Well, hey, are we
That's
I can't
That's
I'm
a
so
tough time,
blind.
honestly.
I can't even
That's a tough
see
time.
that far. Yeah, it is a tough time.
But my comment that he liked was that
oh, right.
he's right. I said this is exactly how I said it. I said, he's right. A driver for when I worked at Papa John's, and they paid pretty well, and they made pretty good pizza. Because like he made a comment saying that a driver would be proud to take home a pizza at the end of the night. And
That's a nice
I was
slogan.
like, honestly, he's got a point. Like that was like some of the best moments ever. 18 years old, getting off my delivery shift. I'd have 3 large pies with me, and I'd pull up at the boys' houses like, yo, guys, I got pies.
You were the connect that evening.
I was the connect over at the Papa John's, man. It was a good time. I had to hook up on the sauce.
Yeah, the sauce.
That garlic sauce.
Oh, they were the only place that did garlic sauce.
Dude, he said
now Domino's does it.
I watched the video, and I hate to be on this guy, but I saw a clip of him talking about how much money they spent a year on garlic sauce, and it was like an absurd amount.
Really?
It was like $10 million a year on garlic sauce.
Well, worth it.
Yeah,
I remembered them for that. And the little bell pepper.
Oh, dude, the little peppercini.
Peppercini, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bell pepper. No, that'll be too sweet. It was like a little.
A little spice,
had
man.
a little kick
It was
to
nice. Honestly, you alternated with a bite, man. Working there was great.
Yeah, I honestly have. That's the one I haven't gone back to. Pizza Hut and Domino's I've done.
I haven't been to a Pizza Hut in years, and they make a really good pie.
Oh, they're so good.
I've had one of my best pies ever from a Pizza Hut in Maryland. It's no longer around, but
dude, they're all
I was
shut
hammered
down.
too. But
Only Pizza Hut Expresses are around now.
I would drive somewhere to find one. Man, remember we used to go to New York and just get a Pizza Hut pie on the way up.
We would get 3.
Yeah, we'd get 3 and split the third one.
And then
savage. Then we'd feel like shit after we would get like halfway through the third one. I'd be like, dude, this was a bad idea.
By the time we got to New York, we were just like, oh.
Yeah, just like a dough ball walking around the city.
It was very good though, because it's consistent. The Express, it's like
It's like
it's basically Elio's.
very, very elementary on like employment level there.
Oh yeah, you just have to pop it in.
Yeah,
It's like Elio's, except
they have them at
thicker.
Target.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut Express. I'd like to go to a real Pizza Hut location. I'd like to go to Pizza Land still.
I don't know what that is.
It's in the intro of Sopranos.
Real? Is it real?
Yeah, it's a real location. It's in Jersey.
Still around?
Yeah, we can go there.
Wow.
Maybe we'll do an episode from there.
Tough Times Travels.
That'd be cool.
That
would be cool to do an episode there.
That would. Pizza reviews?
No, we wouldn't want to do that. Dave Portnoy kind of does that. He's got the market on that.
Right.
You feel like an idiot starting your own pizza review channel after he's like kind of got it.
Yeah, he's the...
he's like, hey, I got this. And he's kind of made it. He jumped in and got it.
He's the One Bite.
Yeah.
What is it called? One Bite? Is that it?
I don't know. I don't know if that's the name.
It's so funny. I remember seeing him so long ago before I ever knew like he was Dave Portnoy, and then I was like, oh, he's the pizza guy. Oh, yeah.
Well, that's gonna do it.
Tough times.
Yep, episode 47. Stay tuned. We'll be back for more consistent.
Rate, review, subscribe wherever you're at.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out.